Lacrosse, the Native Americans game. Lacrosse was created by the Native Americans and was known as Bagadaway, or little brother to war. Natives used lacrosse games to settle disputes and to create men out of boys. Games would last for long periods of time, and the field was much larger than it is today, with fields often stretching for miles. Games were violent, and death was not a rare occurrence. Today, lacrosse has two forms, men's and women's. The women's game is very different from the original game. Women wear minimal equipment, only eye guards and sticks. The game is played with 11 players on the field, including the goalie. The game consists of two 25-minute halves, with the field broken up into thirds. The game's highest level is international play, but it is commonly believed that college is the most competitive. Women's lacrosse has recently been dominated by Northwestern University, who has won 5 of the last 6 national championships. Other powerhouses include Maryland, Duke, North Carolina, and Princeton. The spread of women's lacrosse was helped by Title IX, allowing more schools like Florida and Stanford to add women's programs. The spread of women's lacrosse is also relevant at the high school level, with more and more teams starting up across the country. Our own girls team is top in the nation with an 18-1 record, with girls going to top teams such as Princeton and Northwestern. Similar to the women's game, the men's game's highest level is international but is known for its collegiate play. Unlike the women's game, men's lacrosse is much more physical and has more equipment. Players have helmets, elbow pads, shoulder pads, gloves, and sticks. The men's game has 10 players on the field, 9 players, and 1 goalie. The rules differ as well, having 4 12 to 15-minute quarters depending on the level. Men's lacrosse has been dominated by a small number of schools, including Syracuse, Johns Hopkins, Princeton, Duke, and Virginia. This year marked a major step forward, with Loyola University winning its first ever national championship. Men's lacrosse is also known for its high academic rankings as well, with top programs at Ivy League schools and at the D3 level in the NESCAC, with schools like Williams, Amherst, Bowdoin, and Tufts. Unlike women's lacrosse, men's lacrosse was hurt by Title IX. Multiple teams, including Butler University, had to cut men's lacrosse in order to appease the bill. This has not necessarily hurt the growth of lacrosse, however. Men's lacrosse has the MCLA, or Men's Collegiate Lacrosse Association, which is better known as club lacrosse. Schools like Florida, Texas, and UConn all have teams and compete against one another. The women's side has this as well, with the WCLA. Although not as widely recognized as the NCAA, the MCLA and WCLA have developed a major fan base on the West Coast, which has definitely helped the spread of lacrosse. Both men's and women's lacrosse have gotten bad reps in the public eye. The Laxboro movement gives the public a negative view of lacrosse, which the lacrosse community does not approve of. Additionally, the George Hughley murder trial of Yardley Love has made lacrosse look even worse. The stigma attached to college lacrosse players is that of alcoholism and drug use, which is detrimental to the growth of this fantastic sport. In conclusion, men's and women's lacrosse are different sports, but demand the highest physical and mental ability and deserve respect from the public.